for the little time we have to clown around here from Pushkar, Spiritual City. And I'm using my mobile phone here at a cafe. And this is Pushkar, and that is Brahmasarova Kund Lake. And at the top of the hill over there on the right is Savitri Devi Mandir, Brahma's first wife. And here are the ghats. And here at this nice cafe called Bunti's Kitchen. So I'm using my mobile phone, not a GoPro. Just messing around because this Airtel service here sucks. So I can't go walking around streaming, and I'm just waiting for lunch to come. Somebody's talking. Who is it? All good, all good. What's mandatory? Mayo. I'm in Pushkar. This is Pushkar. Pushkar, how are you? How's it going? I'm in the beautiful spiritual town of Pushkar in the state of Rajasthan. How are you doing? How's it going? So just chilling here, just relaxing. Waiting for lunch to come. And let's zoom in on the ghats. Yeah. Over that's Brahma Ghat, Brahm Ghat. Steps leading to the lake. People taking a holy bath there, maybe. Can't really see people right now at this house. Hi there, what's up? Hi there. How are you? Saying what's up to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Hainer. How you doing? Namaste, pranams. Keziho, how are you? Let me show you a little bit of the strip for a moment while my food comes. The shakiness is because I'm using my mobile and I don't have my, that thing? What's it called? My gimbal for my phone. I don't have it here. This is the strip here. Ganga Lafa Wala. There's another wall over there. Ganga is over there. It's good. So this is Pushkar, and these are the Aravali Hills. In general, these are the Aravali Hills. And all the orange flags are because the Ram Lala Mandir in Ayodhya was inaugurated Monday of last week. It's been a week now. So all of India celebrated with great pomp in terms of Hindus and all others that are happy about the Ram Lala Mandir. And there it says Lakshmi Market, old Ranji Temple. The Ranji Temple is right there. That's the Ranji Temple. So yeah, this is a nice vegan rooftop cafe. It's got several levels. It's got this top level with the roof there, and then it's got this other level, and then it's got the first floor level. Bunti's Kitchen. I think they have another one in Kasol, up in Himachal Pradesh. I've been to that other cafe. Yeah, my stomach issues are fixed, Hunter. But I'm not eating any spicy food. I'm staying away from it as much as I can. That cafe right there called Mama Cafe, it's a pretty good one too. It's got a nice view. If you come to Pushkar, just look for the one that's painted red and all white in general. They're at the Vara Ghat. It was just spices in general, but no, before my stomach, I did get food poisoning because I ate some food in Jaipur that it was off, and I knew it was off, but I was stupid. I just kept eating it, like I got stupefied, like Like, I don't know, it was just my stupidity. My spidey senses kept on telling me, don't eat that. First of all, the pasta that I ate is pre-prepared, like pre-cooked, and it's just sitting there on the counter outside on a little daba on the street, a little street food cart or whatever outside of a little shop. So you know that that's not going to be fresh, and flies sitting on it and all, it's going to be a problem. But stupid me kept on eating it and even tasted off with the white sauce. And I got sick the next day, and I was sick basically for 2 weeks. And then after that, just recovering from all the weakness. Took a good almost a month before I could really eat well, and my stomach was back to normal. But I'm avoiding all of the spicy food in general, because the spicy food on another level, not food poisoning, but it's just too heavy for some of us Westerners in terms of our stomachs. Yeah, one thing is the spices, but the other thing was the food poisoning. I got food poisoning because I had been eating spicy food, but that hadn't gotten me sick, just messing up my colon a little bit and everything, but not sick to the point that you got constant going to the bathroom, that you got the shakes, you got diarrhea and whatever else. Because the spices doesn't give you diarrhea per se. You don't get sick for 2 weeks. You just might have an issue with your stomach for 2 or 3 days. But that's it. So this is Pushkar. Pushkar. And I'm still waiting for lunch because it takes time. I'm eating vegan food here because it also laying off any type of creamy, milky stuff. And yeah, it's a nice place. It's a little noisy here on the main strip. Sometimes around when it's more people and the motorcycles are coming by, the two-wheelers or the scooties, and they honk their horns a lot. So sometimes you eat on the street, but you got all these guys just beeping and not really being careful with the way they ride. And sometimes they go really fast, and that's not safe. But hey, part of life. But if you really want some peace, well, let me zoom in on the temple right there again, the Rangi temple, Rangi or Rangi temple right there. It's a Vishnu temple, South Indian style, mixed in with a little North Indian style architecture. But they don't allow foreigners in there. No foreigners can go into that temple. And there's another temple over there by the Gurudwara, before the Gurudwara. I think we can see the top of it from here. Let me zoom in. Now that's the Gurudwara right there. That's the Gurudwara of the Sikhs, but right there in the center, but it can't be seen because this is just a phone with my shaky hand, because my hands are not even shaking, but it's just an old phone. And I'm just toying around today. I'm not, if you want to see good videos, at least the video quality during a live stream is good. But after a live stream ends, I want people to just understand, after a live stream ends, the quality of the live stream goes down in terms of the video quality. When you live stream with YouTube, it's 720p. But then after the live stream, it goes down to like 500. The best things is just when we do pre-recorded vlogs with the GoPro camera, DJI camera, or whatever camera you have that is 1080p and up. But we film 1080p, 1080p, because it's lighter, the lightest load and a good quality to upload. Especially in India, you don't really have a lot of places with good video quality. I mean, good high-speed internet quality. I was chilling out over there today doing some meditation and reading. You got Mahadev Ghat, you got the Gwalior Ghat, you got the Chandra Ghat, and then Sunset Point is right over there, the Jaipur Ghat, Sunset, and that's where a lot of Westerners hang out, all the way over there to see the sunset. Yeah, that's life. It got really bad, but my stomach is back to normal now. Back to normal. But Pushkar is an awesome place. If you want a spiritual recharge, if you're on a spiritual journey, a spiritual pilgrimage like me, come to Pushkar at the lake. Over there you got the Gayatri right behind the temple, right on that hill. That's the Gayatri Mandir. Oops, my focus went bad. There you go. Okay, but it's right behind, right there, the Gayatri Mandir. That's Brahma's second wife. If you know the story of Brahma, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, I just recommend you look it up on a good Hindu website in terms of Hinduism. And a lot of lemurs around here and them other monkeys, lemurs and monkeys. It's cool. Really cool. But I haven't been able to do any live streaming simply because in Udaipur, where I spent a month, and then here, the Airtel service, I got Airtel service here on my phone, but it just sucks. There's no signal, almost no signal. And here, I have to go all the way over there and past there just to get more or less of a little signal. But if I walk this way, the signal is lost. So I can't really do a live stream. But right now, I'm just using the Wi-Fi here at the cafe. A lot of these cafes have Wi-Fi. That's a nice view up there. That Laura's Cafe on the fifth floor there. And it's a nice place. I was there the other day. It's a nice view of the lake as well. So you got a lot of places where you can just chill. So I'm just gonna be live streaming this until my food comes. I'll show you what my food looks like, and then I'll check off. And I'm only doing 1 or 2 videos per week because I gave up the YouTube rat race. I'm focusing on my work. So if any of you have never seen that video, it was like 2 weeks ago I posted it, or 3, where I say I'm not going crazy with YouTube anymore because, you know, I was going after the YouTube gold, you know, thinking I was going to hit the big time and have viral videos and a lot of people watching. But things don't work out the way you do, and it's not that easy on YouTube. Really, it's really difficult. But I'm going to continue enjoying the ride here, just enjoying life and going with the flow and focusing on my work. In terms of my work, my online work, I've been a teacher for 25 years. That's how I pay the bills. That's how I can travel on a budget, on a strict budget, and to focus on my sadhana. In case you don't know, sadhana means your spiritual practice. You know, doing my meditation, doing my mudra yoga, doing my dhyan yoga, doing my hot yoga, which is the physical part of yoga, just to keep your body healthy and flexible so that you don't get sick or whatever, and you can do your meditation and your other yoga more easily, so you can connect up to the universe, to the universal soul, to God, to connect to yourself, to understand who you are. So I'm back on that track and just doing 2 videos per week. Once in a blue moon, I might do 3 videos a week and keep them short, just to share my experiences with you guys on YouTube. And that's it. That's all. No more of that daily video upload. That was very stressful, tiring, time consuming, you name it. And then, because I created so many stupid expectations, it became very disappointing, very stressful. So now I let all of that go, and I'm enjoying the ride and sharing what I can with you guys in India and wherever this ride takes me. Yeah, YouTube is a hard business. It's not cheap to be here. It depends on your budget. If, for example, I got a 1 month, 30-day stay in a guest house, my own room, private room, and private bathroom, but you don't have any cooking facility, no refrigerator. The Wi-Fi is good, but in India, the thing is with the power going out here and there in many places, and then you don't have anything. And then sometimes if you have a phone service in India, Airtel or Vodafone or Jio, sometimes in some places you just have no coverage or very bad coverage in terms of the signal. So I got 30 days for 11,000 rupees. That's approximately $135 US for a month for a private room in a guest house. A guest house is not somebody's house. It's just something converted into a guest house where it's got a lot of rooms. And mine has a private bathroom. Some of the rooms don't have a private bathroom. So you have a shared bathroom with other rooms that don't have a bathroom, you know, in terms of that. But I have my own bathroom, so I don't have to be waiting for the toilet or for the shower to do my thing. So in place like Pushkar in India, You don't have to do Airbnb to get a booking or booking.com or anything. In these very spiritual places or very touristy places, you'll find a lot of guest houses, a lot of B&Bs, bread and breakfasts, a lot of hostels, and dirt cheap, really dirt cheap. If you want to stay in a hostel, sometimes a hostel is even more expensive than a guest house, but you have to sleep in a dormitory room. I mean, really, sometimes a hostel is more expensive than a guest house. And if you want privacy, you don't want to worry about somebody stealing your computer or your personal belongings or your passport or whatever. Just get yourself a room in a guest house or in a B&B. And the B&Bs, the bread and breakfasts, are even better than guest houses in some senses because a lot of these B&Bs, at least the one I was in Amritsar, has a little community kitchen like to share with the other room so you can cook your own food and you don't have to eat on the street. Save money and avoid getting sick when you cook your own food. You know what you're cooking, you know what ingredients you're using, and that they're fresh and all of that. Because if you're eating at cafes like this, like me here, and more Western style food and not the dabas, because if you go to a daba, you can get a thali, a regular simple thali for 80 rupees, anywhere from 60 rupees to 100 rupees. A dollar right now is equivalent to about 83 or 85 rupees. So if you get a thali, a regular thali for 80 rupees, that's a dollar for lunch or for dinner. And a thali has three different types of cooked vegetables in different kind of curries or masala sauce, masala. And you have the rice and you have two chapatis. And that's the simple one. And once in the blue moon, they might give you dahi curd, a little type of yogurt. And that's a thali. And if you get a thali in a more sophisticated restaurant, it's going to cost you 250 rupees, 200 rupees. Like what I'm eating today is 300 rupees. That's about almost $4, $3.80. So you go from a dollar to $3.80. And if you have the budget for that, go ahead. If you don't, then you gotta cook for yourself, cheaper and healthier, or you gotta, roll the dice and eat at dabas, which are dirt cheap, side road dabas in the in the other part of town. Like in the touristy area, everything's expensive, more expensive in the touristy area. But if you go outside the touristy area, like 10 blocks that way, beyond that little hill of houses over there, and into the town itself, where the locals are, then you'll find cheap accommodation. That's my lunch. Oh no, not my lunch. Okay, no, yeah, it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it. I said, no, I don't want malai kofta again or veg kofta. I didn't order that. I ordered a bowl. I was looking at it. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a tofu bowl. Kamal, he's a good guy. Good guy. He speaks good English. His name is Kamal. YouTube is a tough business nowadays. The algorithms stifle some people and promote others. Yeah, that's what it is. It used to be much better. I saw a big competition, hard to build a big channel nowadays. Way more people streaming than 10 years ago. That's true. And yeah, for 1 month here, I stay for 1 month in each place. Hainer. I'm going to my next destination, but I'm not going to be really telling anybody about it. But I'm on a spiritual journey, so I'm just visiting. I'm not going to cities. I'm not staying in any cities like some people might be recommending. Go to this city, go to that city, stay in this city. I'm like, no, I'm doing a spiritual thing. This is a spiritual journey. I only stayed in Udaipur because I had a change of plans, but Udaipur, I wasn't vibing too much. Udaipur is a big city. It's like 2 million something people or whatever, 1,500,000. I don't know what it is. That's just too much for me. Just like Jaipur, I was in Jaipur for 4 days, and that's 4 million something people. So I'm just doing the spiritual journey, and I'm just looking for my next spiritual destination. I'll spend another 4 or 5 weeks there, and then it's no secret after I finish my time here in India, which is at the end of March, because I can't stay here for more than 6 months. Then I'm moving on to Nepal, and from there on, I don't really know. I'll be in Nepal for a good 3 months when I head over to Nepal. But I'm staying here in Asia until when? I don't know. It's undefined. It's undefined. I have no idea. People ask, when are you returning home? When are you returning to Colombia? I say, well, my country is the U.S. and my second country is Colombia, and I like Colombia. I have enjoyed Colombia way more. That's my family's home country. I've enjoyed Colombia, South America way more than I did in the U.S. where I was born and raised. But I don't plan to return to the Americas, anywhere to the West, anytime soon. I'm enjoying the time here, and I want to continue exploring these awesome countries in Asia, India. I'll come back to India again sometime towards the end of this year. I want to explore other countries in Southeast Asia, like Thailand. I want to explore Indonesia. I want to explore Vietnam, Cambodia. But India is a place that I want to continue coming back to every time I need a spiritual recharge. Like I need to come and just read. Like you know how you got the iPhone and you got that little special device for the iPhone, and you can do like the wireless recharge of the phone to recharge the phone. Here it's a wireless recharge. You just go to the Ghats over here and you choose some of the Ghats that have the most shanti, the most peace. Like the Ghats I like are over here. Those Ghats over there. Basically, nobody bothers you, and you just sit up further up on the steps. Let me zoom in on those Ghats again. You just sit up there on the steps, and that's it. And you read your book, or you meditate, or you write in your journal, and it's all good. Oh, Jen, Easy Street with Jen. Yeah, she's cool. Jen's doing good. She's doing her thing, traveling around sometimes with her husband Chris and all that. And she does her thing, and then she does the thing with Bimbo Barbarella on Fridays. I've connected once to that live stream, but I haven't been able to because I work usually during the morning, India time, with my Western students in the West. So it's like 3:30 to 6:30 or 7 a.m. that I work Tuesday through Friday. And then when I finish, I go out for breakfast quickly because I can't cook, so I got to go out and look for something. Iowa. So you're in Iowa, USA, not Idaho, home of the potato, but Iowa. What's Iowa home to? I forgot. Well, my food is taking a little longer to prepare, but that's all good. So, yeah. So it's dirt cheap, really, still pretty cheap to travel in India if you are making a U.S. salary or a European salary, like if you're getting paid in euros or in pounds with England or dollars in America or dollars in Canada. Because your dollar, if it's a dollar or your pound or your euro, especially a pound, which is the topmost, or euro, or then a US dollar, they go a long way in India. Like I said, I mean, really cheap. I mean, you could get a lafa, a lafa with a falafel and hummus and whatever. It's like a roll, whatever, for 150, the cheapest 150 rupees, which is $2, just about $2, just under $2. And that's fill you up at night if you want to eat something lighter. And you got the street food, like on the other side of this the temple over there, on the other side of the street, towards that side over there, on the other side of the block, they got these street food carts, and they sell some delicious sev puri, pani puri, and I've never gotten sick from it. And I've eaten the sev puri like 5 or 6 times already. I always order two, and the sev puri is like 7 or 8 puris, little balls like puri, but made into a little ball and fried, but hollow, and then they break the inside on the top a little bit, and they fill it up with chickpeas, and then some curd, some dahi, some yogurt, and some other little light spices. I always tell them 0 spices, just sweet stuff. So they give me the sweet sauce, a little sweet red sauce, and a sweet green chutney sauce, and it's 30 rupees for 8 of those balls, and those balls are like, yeah, something like my hand. My hand's kind of big, and they fill with that wholesome chickpea stuff, cooked chickpeas, what they call here chana, and that's it. And I eat all of them. Each one is like a morsel, a bite, nice big size bite, like Dunkin' Donuts little donut bites, like those round little donuts, little round ones. They're not regular donuts, but round ball donuts that Dunkin' Donuts used to sell. I don't know if they sell them anymore. And it's 30 rupees. It's less than 50 cents on the US dollar. And for 60 rupees, which is still less than a dollar, I get 16 of those balls or 14 of them because I order twice. And then I go somewhere else and eat something more because I'm a big man. I do a lot of exercise and a lot of yoga, hot yoga, the physical yoga. And I do a lot of walking and a lot of elastic training with an elastic band and some push ups, some calisthenics. So I require more fuel for this body to keep going. But it's dirt cheap. I'm telling you guys, dirt cheap to come to India. And to take a train, like an 8 hour train ride, sometimes it will just cost you 300 rupees. Really cheap for a 3E car, third class tier car with even a sleeper, a berth. And 250 rupees or 300 rupees, that's $3 or $3.60. Or it could cost you as much as, depending on the route, train route. Indian Railways is awesome to travel around in. They're on time basically, and they get you to where you're going. And you got toilets in there and urinals to do your thing. Because when you travel by bus, it's more uncomfortable. And then if you got to go take a wee, like Dale Phillips says, I got to take a wee. When you got to go take a wee, you got to wait for them to stop. So you got to hold it in. As if you got a bladder problem, some problem with your bladder, you're going to have to hold it in or have a Gatorade bottle or something to, have a little thing in it. And when you're tall or tall like anybody that's like 5'11" or 6 feet tall and above that, then those berths on a sleeper bus are so uncomfortable. Or the chairs on a regular bus, they're so short that you got to sit sideways. So it's better to travel by train and you don't have no traffic jams. And you can pay as much as for an 8 hour train ride on Indian Railways, and they get you around. This is the best way to get around in India. And the view from the train is so awesome, especially if you travel in the daytime. And sometimes they stop at one station along the way in some town or city or in another state for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and you can get off quickly and buy some food. Or they got food being sold on the train itself. The train wallas selling around whatever kind of things, samosas, kachoris, tea, like chai chai. They go chai chai, chai chai, chai chai. Yeah, this is my second second spiritual journey. First one was 2019. The video that I uploaded last week about visiting that Vanavar Vir Mandir in Bihar. That video I made on my cell phone when I was not a YouTuber, for my first visit in 2019. And I had it there, and I said, let me share this with people. I never put this up when I started the channel. I don't remember putting it up, so let me put it up now. That's what I did. So I came back for the spiritual journey again. El Camino de Santiago, yeah, I've heard of that. Actually, a YouTube travel couple called Those Happy Days, like those Happy Days, that old TV show with the Fonz and all of that. They're a British couple, English, from England. Check them out. They're here in India right now, and they did El Camino de Santiago back like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, something like that, back in October or September. And I had heard it from some of my friends in Colombia, some of my clients, that two of them did it. One of my students and her father did it a few years ago. Okay, tuk-tuk rides, it depends. When they see your face, when a tuk-tuk driver sees this face, that is not an Indian face, then they think you have a Benjamin Franklin face or a Ulysses Grant. Benjamin Franklin is a $100 bill, y'all, and Grant is a $50 bill, y'all. So they think we all white people are American and rich. And that's crazy because that's not like that. And even Americans are not rich. Most of us Americans or Canadians or Europeans, we got to work hard. And just to get out to India, some of us have to work for 3 years because we got just regular jobs and we got to pay rent. And we got bank loans and credit loans and whatever, credit cards. And, we got to pay for these things. And then we still got to, not me, because I don't have a home anymore, but people still got to pay for rent while they get back. Oh, that's me. Okay, time to eat. So a tuk-tuk ride, normally, like, I'll tell you, thanks a lot, Kamal. That's my food right there. And then I got to cut it short. This is a tofu bowl. This is $3.80. Let me show you what it is. I got food videos, food vlogs on this channel. You guys haven't seen them, go ahead and check it out. This is the tofu right here. Some sesame seeds on it, decorated. The sauce, the mushrooms. This is the chana, or basically the garbanzos, the chickpeas. And some little parsley or something. Cilantro. And they got some other stuff in there. And that's a big bowl. And that's a lot of food. Really, that's gonna fill me up for a good 3 hours. And it's 300 rupees here at Bunti's Kitchen. And you got Mahadev right there, Jai Mahadev, Jai Shiva. Right there, Shiva, Lord Mahadev. So 300 rupees is about $3.80. So a tuk-tuk ride or an auto rickshaw ride, if you know how it works in the distance and everything, and like when I was in Rishikesh, you could take a shared auto rickshaw, like they're shared tuk-tuks or auto rickshaw that they stop and they put on more people, and you just pay a fraction of it, like 20 or 30 rupees, or 40 rupees maximum if it's a longer distance. But you're not going to pay more than that when it's a shared rickshaw or tuk-tuk, whatever you want to call it. The electric ones or the helicopter ones that are gasoline powered that make such a loud sound that they call them helicopters. Sound like a helicopter chopping in, coming in for a landing. But if you take a tuk-tuk by yourself, a private ride somewhere, it depends on the distance. It could be 50 rupees for 2 kilometers. It could be 100 rupees, but it shouldn't be more than that. But when they look at our Western face, are just 3 times, 4 times, even 5 times more. So you gotta be street smarts about that here in India. That being said and done, yeah, they'll overcharge you. They've tried to overcharge me so many times, but I know the ins and outs, and I speak a little Hindi. So I say, no, nahi, 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 no, 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 no. The other day when I got off at the train station, one guy, but he had a minivan, not a tuk-tuk, and he was charging me from Ajmer, which is about 20 minutes from here by car, or 25 minutes max. Ajmer is the train where the train station is, and then you come to the spiritual town by bus or by taxi or by auto rickshaw, and he was charging me 450 rupees to get here. And I said, no, 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 I'm going to catch a bus, man. It's 50 rupees. No, thank you, no, thank you. I kept on walking, and he brought it down to 200. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and I took it. But that was a good price, 200 rupees, and it was not even in a rickshaw. It was in a little minivan, one of those little things like you see in Nepal at the airport in Kathmandu that take you from the airport to town, to the city. So anyway, Hainer, and everybody, I hope you guys take care. Have fun. Please feel free to leave questions in any of my videos or check me out on Instagram as Traveling Eddie 1, and I'll answer your questions. It's easier on Instagram that you can just send me a question through the Instagram thing and I'll answer. Instagram, Traveling Eddie 1 with a number 1, not a ONE, but just the number, the figure, the 1. So y'all take care. Have fun. All the way from Pushkar. That is so cool, so nice. So now I gotta eat before it gets cold. Cold food no good, and I gotta focus. I gotta do the meditation on the food so I can have a good intake of the food here. And I do recommend Bunti's Kitchen. They have another one in Kasol. You have another one in Kasol, right? Himachal Pradesh, Parvati Valley. Okay, come on, thank you. Yes, I was in Parvati Valley 2019. I passed through Kasol, but I never got off the bus because I was going to Manikaran. And from Manikaran, I hiked up to a small little village called Gargi, where there was just nothing, nobody except one guest house, 2 small little guest houses. It's pure peace. Shanti, Shanti, way up in the mountains, 5 kilometers just by trail, footpath, no other way to get there. So I recommend Bunti's Kitchen there. All right. So take care, guys. Until next time. Pranams, namaste, and Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Bharat, Jai Hind. Thank you for the good messages. Bye bye, y'all. Stay safe.